Yo, JBlank here. You've seen the Flipper do all the cool stuff, reading key fobs, messing with sub-gigahertz signals, and acting like an amiibo. But what if I told you that's barely scratching the surface? You've probably seen this little attachment, the official Wi-Fi dev board, and wondered what it really adds to the party. Previously on my channel, I've showed you how to implement my project, Flipper HTTP, into C and C++ apps. But today, we're lowering the barrier to entry. Today, I'm going to show you how to unlock its true potential with Python. We're going to use the Flipper's Wi-Fi dev board with my Flipper HTTP firmware, giving you the power to write your own simple Python scripts that command the Wi-Fi board. Forget just being a user, you're about to become a developer. So what's the big deal? Why is this combo of the Flipper and the dev board so powerful? First, let's get one thing straight. The heavy lifting for Wi-Fi task isn't done by the Flipper itself, and that's a good thing. The Flipper's main processor is a champ at low power tasks like radio and NFC, but for network connections, you need a specialist. That's where the Wi-Fi dev board comes in. It has its own powerful processor, the ESP32, designed specifically for Wi-Fi. Think of your Flipper as the perfect command center and display, while the dev board is the engine executing all the complex network jobs. By using my Flipper HTTP firmware on the dev board, you create a bridge that lets you control that powerful engine with MicroPython. The Flipper screen and buttons become your interface to write and run simple scripts that perform powerful Wi-Fi tasks, all in one pocket-sized device. Let's talk about what you need to get started. And the good news is, it's a pretty short list. You don't need any sketchy, unofficial firmware for your Flipper itself either. First, obviously, you need a Flipper Zero. Make sure it's updated to the latest official firmware through the QFlipper desktop app. Second, you'll need a ESP32, a BW16, a Raspberry Pi Pico W, or the official Wi-Fi dev board flashed with my custom Flipper HTTP firmware. If you haven't flashed your board yet, I have other tutorials on my channel that will walk you right through it. Links are in the description. Third, you'll need a USB-C data cable. Make sure it's a data cable, not a charge-only one, or it just won't work. And for the software, it's all free. We'll be using the uPython app on your Flipper from the official app store. Alright, time to get our hands dirty. This is a simple two-step process. We'll install the MicroPython app on the Flipper and then bring it all together to run our first script. We need to install the MicroPython app on the Flipper itself. This lets the Flipper run our Python code. Connect your Flipper to your computer and go to lab.flipper.net. On the side, click Apps, and then type in uPython in the search bar. Click on it and install it to your Flipper. We have the Python app on our Flipper and the Flipper HTTP firmware on our dev board. Let's bring them together. First, with your Flipper Zero turned off, plug the Wi-Fi dev board into the GPIO pins on top. And then power your Flipper Zero on. Now on the Flipper, hit the center button, navigate to Apps, and then go to Tools. And then select the uPython app. It may take you a few times of rebooting your Flipper Zero to get this app to run because it is a heavy task to run this Flipper Zero app. From here, you can run and load Python scripts by hitting Open and then clicking on the script. To get started, we're going to load one of the examples from my GitHub. Go to the Flipper Zero folder and then MicroPython, then click Examples. Go ahead and download both examples. The ping.py script checks if the board is connected correctly and will display status messages on the flipper screen, confirming that everything is ready to go. It's the perfect hello world to make sure your setup is working. To run the script on our Flipper Zero, we need to open QFlipper. Go to the file browser and then SD card, click App Assets, scroll down and click uPython. This is where the uPython app looks for Python scripts. All we need to do is simply select and drag the files onto our device. And now we can run the script. You just turn your flipper into a programmable Wi-Fi tool. If you think that's cool and you're getting value from this, do me a solid and hit that like button. It really helps the channel out and lets me know you want more of this kind of content. Okay, pinging the device is cool, but that's just the hello world. The real power of Flipper HTTP is the library of functions you can now call from Python. You can write your own scripts to scan for networks, connect to networks, perform pen testing, and send HTTP requests. Let's try a more powerful example from the GitHub, the fetch Wi-Fi info.py file. This script shows you what's really possible. Now, for this to work, you need to open the script file in a text editor or an application like VS Code and enter your own Wi-Fi SSID and password on line 289. Once that's saved, you can drag and drop it onto your flipper and run the script. The script first pings the device to confirm it's there. Then it uses the credentials you entered to connect to your Wi-Fi network. Finally, to prove it's online, it sends an HTTP GET request to HTTP bin, a service that simply echoes back your request details. The flipper screen is hard to see on camera, and trying to run MicroPython and QFlipper on the flipper at the same time is just going to cause it to crash. So I won't be displaying the Wi-Fi script today. But in just a few minutes, you've totally changed what your flipper can do. You've installed the uPython app, ran a script to confirm your setup, and saw how to take it even further by connecting a network and interacting with the web, all from the palm of your hand. You now have the keys to a whole suite of Wi-Fi testing utilities, limited only by your curiosity, your Python skills, and the memory on your Flipper Zero. You've flipped your Wi-Fi game, and this is just the beginning. Now I want to know what you're going to build first. What's the first script you're going to write to test on your own network to see how it holds up? Let me know down in the comments below. I love to see what you're learning. And of course, if you've enjoyed this tutorial and want to see more advanced projects or how to take your Python projects on the Flipper Zero to the next level, make sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you don't miss the next one. I'm Jay Blanked. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Until next time, peace.